If you want to make cats happy, feed them crab. Living like a king, buddy. Oh, can't decide which one? All three at once. Oh, I see. You want to invite your girlfriend over now. Got another moocher. Hey. I can't believe it. 1.5 pounds of crab bugs gone in like 20 minutes. What a bunch of vultures. Four-legged vultures. Today we're going to take a drive in the Toyota Venza. We'll also be looking at this Fiat 500L. Now the Toyota Venza and the Fiat 500L are a bit unconventional. In the case of the Venza, it's often sold as an SUV. On the other hand, it really can't be called an SUV because there's an awful lot of Camry parts I'm finding underneath. And for off-roading, there's not much ground clearance and a lot of bumper overhang here. So from my observation, what we have here is basically a car underneath and an SUV body on top. In this case, we had the option all-wheel drive, which makes driving through sand, mud, and snow a lot easier. Now the base engine is a 2.7-liter four-cylinder, putting out 181 horsepower, and rated at 20 to 27 miles per gallon. It's okay if grandma's just going to church or you're delivering pizzas, but this is a heavy vehicle, so you need to move up to this V6 here. We're talking 268 horsepower, and it only uses 1 mile per gallon less at 19 to 26 miles per gallon. Well worth the extra $1,800, I think. In this case, the drag of the all-wheel drive drops mileage to 18 to 25 miles per gallon, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. We've got room for 2 full-size adults in the rear, or 3 small people. Now let's take a look at the back. Got some decent room back here for hauling. More room underneath if you take the spare tire out. Hey, they give you a full-size one too. No wonder this car is so heavy. I'll take a peek at the interior. The steering wheel controls are very easy to use. Nice gauge cluster here. Very simple settings for the radio and navigation. Simple controls for the climate. Shifters well placed. And a very, very large glove box. Thank you for that. The auto-dimming mirror has a disconnect switch. A handy thing to have in heavy city traffic at night. Thanks again. Very nice console. Lots of room down in there. 2 nice cup holders. Slide back for more room here. Very nice. And of course, life wouldn't be the same if we didn't have the big glass panorama sunroof. And if you watch my videos, the biggest complaint I have on vehicles are rocker panels that are too wide and bodywork that rubs on your pants and gets dirt on you. Not a problem here. Very narrow. And the bodywork's all protected. So this stays clean and it never touches your pants. The way it should be on all vehicles. Overall, this is an excellent interior and I enjoyed being in it. And I was glad I got a light color instead of black. Helped keep it cool when I was driving out in the sun. Total thumbs up on the inside here. The Venza has one of the tightest turning circles I've ever seen on a vehicle this size. Wow. I don't even think the compact RAV could turn this narrow. The V6 engine is smooth, quiet. Plenty of power. Nice brakes, firm and responsive the way it should be. I'm told the steering is electric. It's got a great hydraulic feel, so they definitely did a good job. This car was equipped with the optional 20-inch wheels and giant tires. Makes for excellent handling. On the other hand, the ride's a little bit on the firm side, but not enough to be a complaint. The base Venza with the small 4-cylinder engine runs in the mid-20s. This vehicle was loaded up with all the goodies: leather, navigation, sunroof, as we saw. So hit the $40,000 bracket. If you're looking for a vehicle that can haul people and cargo and have the traction of all-wheel drive, and you don't want a minivan, this Toyota Venza is certainly worth a look. It's a high-quality vehicle that lasts a long time. Of course, if you need a box-shaped vehicle but want something smaller, the Fiat coming up might do. How lazy and pathetic is this? And here's another one. Did you have a good meal? Now this Fiat 500L, I don't know what this is. They say it's a car, but it looks like a minivan and an SUV and station wagon. I don't know what else. It's definitely unique looking and gets lots of compliments on the street. Actually, for a small vehicle, you got lots of room in here. And this is why you have a lot of room, because this is your substitute for a spare tire, an air pump. If you're traveling out of state, don't get a flat. I'm sitting in the second row seats, and actually there's room for me back here. If you're over 6 feet tall, though, you might have an issue hitting the roof with your head. Now the visibility in this car is great because you have all this glass. We can see just about everything. And we get a giant panorama sunroof. Gauge cluster looks nice. Simple climate controls down here. Simple stereo controls. Tiny glove box. Now this Fiat's powered by a 160 horsepower turbo engine, but we're pulling a lot of weight here. So it's got enough oomph, but not exactly fast. A little more bark than bite. Steering's got a nice feel and the ride's comfortable. Very comfortable. Now just a note, while we have lots of glass to give a good view, it brings in a lot of sun. So if you live in a hot climate, you better have the air conditioning on all the time, which works pretty good, by the way. This runs around $25,000. There are the vehicles in this class that are better, but I think a lot of people are going to buy this vehicle for its looks and a comfortable ride. It's kind of a weird vehicle, but I enjoy driving it, and you might too.